Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Philippe Tifo. I'm the sales director at VoIP.ms. I'm just going to let people arrive and join us. So it's just going to give 1 minute and we will be able to start that. All right. So I think we can start this. Andrew, welcome. Nice to have you today. So, as I was mentioning, my name is Philippe Tifo. I'm the sales director at VoIP.ms, and I'm with Andrew. Sorry, your last name. I will let you pronounce it. Um, uh, Co-founder at QueSee. Today, we will present you a little bit about VoIP.ms and mostly about QueSee and how to have the solution working, all of our solution working both together. Um, JC, Andrew, do you want to have a word before we start that?
Yes, it's a pleasure to be on this webinar with you, Philippa, today, and to be able to share more about how we integrated with VoIP.ms and how we bring this unified 100% quality control and visibility for businesses. And yeah, we're excited.
Great. All right, so I'm just going to do a real quick tour about VoIP.ms and just to have brief idea for the one who doesn't know VoIP.ms. Looks like a little bit publicity for us, but at the same time, not everybody here know who VoIP.ms is. So I just want to do a quick tour about my company. So VoIP.ms been founded in 2007. We are a Canadian-based company in Terrebonne, close to Montreal. We say Montreal because nobody know where Terrebonne is. We have more than 100,000 customers across the globe. We are mostly focusing on enterprise and reseller. Um, so we offer phone number across the world. We offer phone number in more than 125 countries, local termination in 20 and counting in more countries. You can get phone numbers and local termination in more than 100 countries. We have a network of more than 75 point of presence all across the globe, in North America, West Coast, East Coast, everywhere, Canada, US, in Amsterdam, Paris, UK, and even in Sydney in Australia. We are agnostic in terms of device compatibility, and you can provision our services probably within 5 minutes if you know the platform a little bit. So we are a cloud-hosted PBX as well as a SIP trunking provider. So in the cloud PBX space, we offer more than 70 cloud PBX feature, voice, like IVR, call recording, everything that traditional PBX can offer you. But we also offer SMS and MMS and virtual faxing. We offer Microsoft Teams integration, so you can turn out your Teams as a phone, basically, using VoIP.ms Cloud PBX capabilities. And we are present in a lot of verticals, retail, hospitality, financial services, professional services, education, real estate, just to name a few. Our service is fully self-serve, no contract. We have a pay-as-you-go model and 24/7 support. We also have an API that can drive all your function. You can replicate VoIP.ms Cloud PBX self-serve on your own interface if you want to. We offer autonomous LNP services, so you can transfer phone number directly from your current provider to VoIP.ms autonomously. We are compliant, stir shaken, caller ID verification, and so on. We offer seamless integration, like I was saying, PBX or Microsoft Teams, support 24/7. And if you want to resell voice services, we can provide you pretty scalable and flexible pay-as-you-go pricing. Since we are self-serve platform, we provide a lot of knowledge. We have a knowledge base called wiki.voip.ms, YouTube channel, but also we provide a dedicated technical support team if you need more in-depth assistance. We are working with very small customer, even some residential, if they know how to install VoIP.ms. But as well as one of the biggest player in industry in the world, as you can see there, from Toys R Us, cPanel, Motorola, Guerlain Paris, or LVMH. So yeah, we can support pretty much any type of business size. We are, like I was saying, reseller centric. We offer white label capabilities. We have a white label platform that is free to enable, that is free to put in place, that you can customize and provide a feature management platform for your end user if you want to sell or cloud PBX. Customizable solution, and you can grow, you can scale, downscale as you wish, since we're no contract, no minimum commitment, and it's not required to sign a contract. We're virtually offer unlimited channel, of course, virtually, but also unlimited user. So the pay-as-you-go model that we offer allow you to have one user to 1,000 user. It doesn't make any difference in your pricing. It will be the usage that all your user are doing with or service that will make a change. As I was mentioning, we are agnostic in terms of solution. So we integrate with a lot of solution, soft phone, basic integration like Zapier, Integrately, Textable, now QueSee AI, which should be added in that slide now. Hardware, PBX, soft phone. So pretty much anything that can support SIP services, we are able to integrate with them. All these brands are brands that we are certified by them and that we are certifying them on our network. Dedicated support, as I mentioned, 24/7. And we're offering transparent billing, scalable solution, pay-as-you-go model, and effective control. So you can know who is spending what, and you can take action quickly on it. So feel free to take my contact detail here. The webinar will be is recorded and will be sent by email after. The link to access the webinar will be sent after, but feel free to take my contact detail there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and it'll be a pleasure to schedule a meeting and do a more in-depth tour of the platform whenever you want. Andrew,
Yes.
floor is yours.
Thank you, Philippe. Yeah, as you mentioned, VoIP.ms, you have a good open platform with APIs and a lot of partners on your platform. And that was one of the reasons why I think VoIP.ms was one of the first integrations with QueSee, actually first integration with QueSee. And you saw this opportunity that, businesses and service providers, they'll have sales teams, support teams, and they have so many phone calls and other communications with the customer. But at some point, you can't listen to every call, right, as a manager, so you can control everything. But these calls, like these breadcrumbs of negative customer experience issues, and like the truth what customers are actually saying about your business, this is extremely important. But you cannot listen to every call manually, you cannot do notes manually, and this is where AI comes, right? And this is why we built QC, and QC is working natively with VoIP.ms. So we're not replacing your phone system. We're not changing anything. We plug in into your VoIP.ms infrastructure, and then we use AI to analyze every customer communication, every customer phone call, notes from your CRM, from everywhere. So every source of data we can integrate. And then for every customer, we provide you with customer experience, with for agents, we provide training and development information. So it helps you to just run your business smoothly and finally understand what's going on. So to stop flying blind, this is how we call this. And my background, I've been in the telecom space for quite some time, but my other background is computer science, engineering, and then I started building different companies and startups, usually in tech. And the reason why we started QC is because, as I mentioned, we saw that businesses, especially internet service providers, but it's also applicable to other industries. And right now we're getting requests and from VoIP.ms customers as well to set up QC for their sales teams, for their support teams, to offload quality control managers, and to proactively provide insights to management team. And so we built this because we saw a need that customers are losing their customers because they're missing the small churn signals. And sometimes it's just too late to call the customer when he's already canceling the service or switch to competitor, right? So this is where QC comes and you can proactively identify these issues. And we see that in most of the industries right now, customer experience is the new battleground. Because when we have this hyper competitive markets and pricing is no longer like the strategy how to win customers, because it's the end game, right? You cannot lower your prices forever. At some point, we'll all have similar pricing, and then this is where the difference is customer experience, the quality of your service, um, not having issues or downtimes. So it's about experience. And then when you pay so much to get the customer, why would you lose this customer because of some like small mistakes or misunderstandings? And we saw cases when customers were calling their service providers, and agents, they were 100% right. For example, saying that, hey, I'm using Starlink, or I'm using your product and I can't figure out how it works, right? And agent maybe decided that it's the responsibility of the customer in this case because he misunderstood the request. So he just explained to the customer that we cannot help with this request. And system flags this and sends to management so you can review these cases and proactively save the customer when there's misunderstanding. And the second problem is the third problem. You have so much data in your phone system, all these call recordings, but you're not able to extract insights, like maybe ideas for new product development, maybe opportunities for upsells. So you have to have someone to listen to every call and extract this data. And this is where we can also help and solve this problem of siloed data in different sources. Yes, and yeah, just summarizing, this is how we see in our customers that how poor customer experience cycle leads to churn. Usually, people they don't call to say that they like your service, right? So calls, this is the place where you should be looking for churn signals. Of course, you have emails, messages, but people they often call to complain because they have problems, and now it's important for you to actually solve this problem. So people they call, they say that they have some issues, but what's important, it might be not their first call. But when you have multiple agents on your team, they might misunderstood it was their first call, second call, third call. You don't know how frustrated the customer is at this point, so you miss the signals. And then at some point customer is already calling to cancel, or he's not extending the contract, or he's buying something from your competitors because you don't offer this service. and customer told you like, we're looking for cloud backup system, and you told, no, we don't have it at the moment, but your competitors, they offer this, so they're buying from your competitors. But when you have all these insights and requests from customers in one place, in a minute, your product managers or your sales team, they can identify new opportunities for upsells, for product development, and maybe even identify referrals who can refer you to new customers. So it's this is how you can break this poor CX experience and turn this into positive experience and upsells and saving customers. So this is what we built. We call it QC. It's a retention and customer experience intelligence platform. So as I mentioned, we unify every call, CRM, your network data, your tickets, everything you have in one place. And you get benefits of first doing full 100% quality control on every customer communication. It can be also used to train your agents to improve their performance, to identify who might be the leader on the team in next year after the next promotion. But at the same time, it helps you to slash churn. And the beauty of this, that it's so reasonable to implement this right now with AI, because you are not paying for like real people to listen to every call, right? So it's not that expensive. You're using AI. And it's cheaper to implement solutions like this than not to implement, because just saving one sales opportunity or saving one customer a month, it pays back right away. So that's the beauty. And it's very easy for us on the sales calls with our customers to do ROI check, because you always ask, can you say one customer out of 10,000 you have per month if you do retention proactively? And it's hard to say no, because we all had this situations in the past, right? When it's just too late. I wish I knew about this before. So it's an easy ROI check. Yes. But the other problem we noticed that when you have capability to analyze every customer communication, now you need someone to look at this data, right? So now instead of 10 calls to review manually, you have 10,000 calls with AI insights. So where to start? So when you automate this with QC, you don't have to look at every call. We flag what require your attention, credit requests, manager escalations, and you can also customize this and specify what's important for your business. Like, for example, some of our customers, they came up with the idea, they have both business divisions and residential services. So both B2B and B2C. And they want to track every residential customer communication and identify if this customer just casually mentioned that he also runs a business, or maybe his friend runs a business. So they want to flag this and send to business division for proactive outreach. So you can adjust this and customize like in a minute. And you don't have to look at every call. You don't have to do it manually. So AI works for you now. So we're not creating new problems and new challenges for your team. You don't have to spend 10 days implementing this. It's 100% AI. It's 100% saves you time, and not replacing anyone actually, because we found that a lot of products they're trying to replace people, and yeah, definitely some processes you can automate end to end. But in our case, we found that it's better to enhance agents and provide them with feedback. So it's also built for agents, for sales teams, not just for managers. And for managers, they just save in time because they don't have to do this manually. They have all insights to act, and they can focus on actually growing their teams and being more competitive. This is actually how our customers, how they explain this change to their teams. You have two options now, right? You or your competitors, they will implement AI. Someone will be first. Hopefully it's you. If not, they will implement AI. It's maybe same product. So their agents, they'll get instant coaching after every call and interaction with the customer. Because of this, they'll grow and they will improve their skills. So they as a company, they'll outcompete you and your team. So if your team, you think they might be against implementing this AI quality control, AI insights, it's actually good for them long term to accept the change. Because if not, then it's not AI replacing them, it's this other company who implement AI will replace them. So we're actually also using QC internally for our calls and our insights. Yeah, so it's built for service providers. It integrates with all your systems, and we also do custom integrations. So if you have CRM, we can integrate with it. If you have ticketing system, we will integrate, and we understand your business language. So it's not just generic AI scoring for uh, professional greeting. No, it will be 100% aligned with your business. And we have implementations managers to help you implement the tool, because we want to offload you. So we want you just to benefit from using the system. And also we found that now when you have all this data, ideally you have to have data engineers or business intelligence business analysts on your team to analyze this data, but not every customer have people like this on their team. So we created Ask Q. It's a automated intelligence tool, so you can ask any question and then it will go listen to every call again, find insights about customers. So you can build coaching and development reports, retention reports, new product ideas, feature requests, upsell opportunities, anything. And if you have examples on this slide. So for example, churn drivers, but the best part, you can automate this. So every month or every Monday morning, you can get this coaching and development report or sales report. So why should we do this like manual work if we can just focus on growing business, right? And yeah, as I mentioned, the best part of this, because AI, it's getting more affordable now, and also the way how we implemented this, its ROI is undeniable. If you do this calculation internally with your team, if you compare how much it costs to implement the system versus not implementing and losing at least one customer a month or losing upsell opportunities, you see that it's just easier to implement. Plus, it takes less than a day from your side. If you're on VoIP.ms, it's plug and play. You just set your password and connect your VoIP.ms per API, and now you're already ahead of all your competitors.
Thanks, Andrew. I think it's a good start for the conversation. While we are there and you're already presenting, you were showing the trial. So if you want, you can show it now, and we can maybe show it again after. But so if you want to try KCAI, feel free to scan the QR code here, and you will have a good experience, I think.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we partnered with VoIP.ms to make it possible for you to try QC for 14 days. It's no commitment. It's super easy for you to set up. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change your systems. You don't have to build SOPs or scoring criteria. We'll do everything for you. So for you, just getting your API key and copying and pasting to QC settings, and that's all. So and you can try it, and we know that after you try, there's no way back. Like some people, they call it a TikTok for executives, because you cannot stop yourself from checking these insights all the time.
And if you're a new VoIP.ms customer, you can get you can get a $10 credit bonus on your first deposit when you are signing up with either the promo code KC, or if you're scanning this, you'll get directly to the sign up page of VoIP.ms. So have fun. It's pretty easy to set up. Is it possible to show us an example how to do the setup?
Yes, yes. Can you see my screen with QC now?
We see the screen with VoIP.ms, the presentation again. Still see the slides.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, cool.
Perfect. Yeah, so this is our, like, we call it quality performance center, where you will see your goals, duration, average scores, what requires attention, and then you can just go to your calls. You'll see why they require attention. It's all explained. You'll get this to your teams, and for every call, you'll get scorecard with explanation. So user manager can use this, and your team they can also use. But you can explore this during the trial. But I wanted to show you how straightforward and easy it's to connect VoIP.ms. It takes less than a minute. So you should go to your VoIP.ms account and generate an API key. And then once you go to your QC account, we'll create for you after you submit the form. Go to settings, settings again, data sources, and just select VoIP.ms, VoIP.ms username, password, and select your time zone. Then after you create the data source, immediately after we activate your account, you'll start getting your calls processed. That's as simple as it could be, right?
One thing to mention though, you will have to activate the call recording on VoIP MS site. So because it will technically how QueSee is working. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is analyzing the audio file by probably converting like speech to text and then analyzing the text come out of that. So on our side, you have to activate the call recording either per agent, or you have to activate it for the inbound call on the DID on the phone number. So just take note of that. And apart from that, you don't need to do pretty much nothing else. We have a couple of questions, and one question that come back a few times now, and I wanted to wait for the end of the webinar to do a Q&A, but this question just came back a couple of times. So, is French supported, or what language is supported?
Yes, we support English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and up to 20 other languages. But main languages are supported. And also, it's interesting. You can also select how you want to transcribe and summarize these calls. So we have some managers. They don't speak.
French
Yeah,
from Quebec as
yeah.
well.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we have to train our AI model longer to support this. But yeah, we support French from Quebec, French from Europe, and we support different dialects. And you can select the language of the output. So let's say you don't speak, you speak French, you prefer French, but you have English speaking agents and English speaking customers as well. But you can select that the summary and notes that will be always in French, even if call was in English.
Great, that's great. Um, One of the question, can you walk us through eye level whenever a manager is like going on the platform? What would be the first couple of steps like to analyze? Because I guess it's becoming a routine, like you were saying, it's a TikTok for business or something. So you're doing that pretty much every day. So what would be the typical workflow or process of a manager going in KCAI and trying to find the golden nugget?
Yes, yes. Good question. Usually what we see is two options. When you just getting started with QC, so you connect with your phone system, we'll help you to identify like flags you can set, and we'll set up them for you to be relevant to your business, right? For internet service providers, it might be one set of flags. For sales, outbound sales agencies or businesses with outbound sales, it might be a different set of flags. So usually you log in and you look at what was flagged for require attention. because this way you can actually look at what's important for you. And you can define later just with plain English. Like all our settings, it's just English. You can explain, or French, you can also use other languages, but I mean, it's just a language, not so you don't have to be a developer. So you can say that for me, important is A, B, C, D, and I want every call where you see this to be flagged. So you look at what require attention for today. If you're doing competitive research, you can go and track competitive threat mentioned on the calls. Then we'll also connect your Slack, Teams, or other channels. So we can proactively push notifications right away. So right after the call, when it was flagged for required attention, you don't have to go and check because it's impossible, right? You cannot keep refreshing this page every second, every minute, right? You can just go to your we connect it to your Teams, and you'll get instant alerts. And again, with explanation. So you will see this why this call require your attention, and you can decide if you want to take a look or not. Or maybe you want to forward this to a different manager. So you don't have to waste your time reviewing calls and reviewing scores. Then how they also use it, they just looking at calls and summaries, what customers are saying. And if we connect it to your CRM, you'll also get customer profiles built in. So you can look at your customers and see their life cycle stage, number of calls, their experience, churn risk. You can look at your subscribers at risk or customers at risk. And then you can go deeper and identify like the reason why they're unhappy, churn risk assessment, recommended next step, and you will get this to your Slack channel as well or Teams. And the other way is if you want to analyze your agents and how they perform, where they need more training, you can use this insights chat. We have templates, so you don't have to do it manually. And you can schedule this template, so you don't even have to go to QC to generate this report. But as an example, if you want to get coaching and development report, you select your agent, time range, and then you'll get report like this with a summary, and it's 100% based on calls. In this case, we just had 25 calls because I didn't mention this, but all these calls, it's not just chat GPT generated examples. We had real calls processed with QC, and then we manually anonymized them. So it was a real call, real conversation, real score, but we manually anonymized them so you can see how it actually works in reality. Then some managers after like their vacation or maybe business trips, they just go to QC to ask like what happened last week to get insights. They can find frustrated customers, they can find new product ideas or upsell opportunities missed by agents. So it's your business intelligence agent, and you learn how to use it and benefits of it as you go. This is why we want to do it 14 days trial so you can try, and then you can stop.
Perfect. We have a couple of questions. I think it's very interesting. So we're just gonna get into it. One of our participant is asking about the phone number. So if a phone number everybody is using it, how the system can figure out who is speaking on the phone and can identify the agent. So like the not the call, yeah, probably the caller with some data integration, but also who is speaking in the contact center, the agent. That so the how the okay, so you're
Yes,
getting
yes.
there.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So when you connect QC to your VoIP.ms PBX, we can identify extension number. And this way we group agents by their extension numbers. We can also group departments by queue numbers. But in case of, for example, you just have recordings and you don't have way to identify extension number in your system, we can identify agents based on how he introduced himself on the call. So it's also an option.
by stating his name,
Yes.
making sure that he's identify himself correctly. Good.
Yes. Then for
So
every
with that, that is also a good segue for one of the question. Looks like KCI is billing per agent. So I think this is a two-side question. So this is a pricing or billing question, but also uh, she's asking how would this work if we are providing SIP trunking to a PBX instead of Oracle PBX. So to answer that, Andrew just mentioned it can recognize who's speaking based on how the agent is identifying himself. Because yes, VoIP.ms, when you have multiple users, they have a unique identifier. But if you're using VoIP.ms as a trunk provider with another PBX, you could yeah, it could still work by identifying the agent this way. Or you can use VoIP.ms trunk with third-party PBX and integrate a QC in that third-party PBX as well, like 3CX or Vital PBX can be a good example, as long as you use VoIP.ms trunks.
yes.
Um, but we can capture, even if you're using VoIP.ms for SIP trunk only, we can capture and record call inbound and outbound as well. So it's not a problem. It will work. So both model will work. And since that question was a twofold one about the billing, I don't know if you want to get into this right now, but how the offering structure is working for Casey AI, like your billing per user, how does it work?
Yes, so we're billing per agent, so per named seat. And this way, for example, if you want only to add your sales team and you have 5 people, you'll be billed for 5 people. And you can have as many managers or other people looking at their calls as you want. So the platform will be available for everyone on your team, no restrictions, but we charge you per actually how many calls and agents we process. We bill per agent, but it depends on like how many agents you have.
All right. Another question. Jamie is asking AI call intelligence that KCI is a market as a AI call intelligence built for ISP and VoIP provider. Does it mean that is not suitable for other market? Um, I believe it is suitable for pretty much any uh, contact center that could have agent and like customer service. But um, if I understand well with your background, you started to work with telecom provider in the first place, so that's why you are targeting more this market.
Yes, yes. Also, good question. Yes, so it was built for like in general, the system is flexible to be able to suit any industry. And we started with telecom because this is where our background is, and we understand the exact problem ISPs are experiencing with customers, with retention, with their challenges. But then after we started selling this to ISPs and we got more customers, our internet service providers customers, telcos, they ask us if they can resell it to businesses who buy VoIP from them. And now we have customers from different industries. We have customers using QC for their sales teams. We have customers using QC to actually do quality control, not even on calls, but on emails and support tickets. So it's all about extracting insights and quality control. And I didn't want to go like in too deep into settings, but the way why it works for every industry is we have this preset templates for ISPs, but we will also help you set up QC for your industry. We understand like that not every criteria here works for you. So we'll start with understanding of your needs. Then our account manager, he will set up QC for you for your business. But later on, you can add new call types. So it shouldn't be just technical support. It can be sales, retention, outbound sales, And for different call types, you will have different scoring criteria, and we'll set this up for you. So it's more than just 14 days trial. It's actually a huge investment from our side, but we understand that you will stay because after you try, there's no way back. It's like, you tried working remotely, and now you'll never go back to office. So same with QC. So it's we'll set it up for any industry.
Great, thank you. This question is mostly for me. When connected to a SIP PBX like 3CX, do you record or examine internal call? On my side, for VoIP.ms, as long as the call is recorded, and I think it's pretty much the same answer for for KC for injury. Even if it's an internal call, as long as the internal call is recorded.
Yes, yes, and we have customers specifically scoring internal calls when they want like their agents to follow specific procedures, authentication, for example. So they track internal calls, but you can select which extensions, which queues you want to be scored and processed. So you want to exclude something from scoring, like your CEO's phone number for sure. And I didn't want to mention this, but we don't keep your recordings as well. So we take recording from VoIP.ms. We process this recording, score everything. Then you have this insights. You have API to access this data if you want, but we do not keep the recording itself. So every time you click play, it goes back to VoIP.ms, pulls the recording, and you listen to the recording. So it's super secure and yeah.
You. Um, Jeremy is asking, I'm an accountant firm owner. Can it be used as an admin employee to answer a client call? So, uh, sorry, I keep answering for you, but KC is not a AI agent. It's a data analytic tool. So, unless you didn't tell me everything, um, KCAI is not meant to answer the call itself. It's just to analyze it.
Yes, at the moment, it's mostly about analyzing calls and getting insights, understanding customer experience, churn risk, so business intelligence. But we can discuss your case. So if you reach out to us, just submit the form and let's talk because maybe we have some products in development. Who knows?
Good. We have some question about the data sovereignty. So where the data is stored for the analytic is something that
Yes, right now it's on. So we only use SOC 2 Type 2 compliant infrastructure. So it's securely stored and we have a very limited number of people with access to production environment and to data, plus it's encrypted. So it's stored in on Google Cloud and AWS. Right now it's US and Canada. We have two different options where to host the data. But for Europe, we can also, with Google Cloud, with the AWS, it's very straightforward. We can just pick a different location, so we can host you on in Europe, for example.
can restrict. Okay. Okay, good. Um, Deborah is asking a question about medical clinic and confidentiality. I'm not sure if we really can go through too far in this uh, question right now, but maybe make it uh, make it short. Is it possible to redact information? Uh,
Yes, yes, not just possible, but that's exactly what we do. First, we don't keep full transcripts. Uh, we keep summaries, we keep scores, we keep call notes and quotes and these insights, but we don't keep full transcript. Plus, we remove everything like credit cards, social security numbers. It will not be on the transcript. It will be redacted.
okay, good. And okay,
We
cool.
have less data than your CRM.
I hope it answered your question. And if you have, Deborah, if you have additional question about confidentiality and so on, I invite you to go directly with with Andrew. Good question. Where it's stored, it based on your location. So if or your preference, as Andrew was saying, it can be stored either in Canada or US or pretty much any data center because they are working with global partners, so they can pick a specific location if they need to. Uh, but the other part of the question is how long it's stored. Maybe not, like you said, not a full transcript, but the data that you're concealed. Do you have an idea?
Yes, so we like the call recording when we process it, it will be removed right away because to be honest, we just don't want to keep your recordings on our service because it's too much data. We're processing like hundreds of thousands calls now, and so it will be removed right away, like 10 seconds after we process the call, it's removed. But this data you can see on the screen, like agent name, customer name, summary. It's like your CRM, right? So we store this data until you want us to store the data. If you want it to be removed, you can just let us know and we can delete your data. And we also don't share this data with third parties. So in terms of agreement, we're your data processor. So you own the data and we're your data processor. We process data on your behalf and we don't use it in any other forms. So we just process it for you.
Right. Um, Jimmy's asking again another question. How does this compare to VoIP.ms transcription sentiment? Um, it's not really comparable. We are providing a short summary, so I think the what VoIP.ms is providing is interesting on a smaller scale. But when you are handling hundreds and thousands of calls every month, analyzing this would be really difficult. We are just providing you a summary. This provide you insight about this summary. So I think it's two complete different thing. Um, yeah, it just it's just an yeah it's not comparable. So we just like I said, we provide a summary and like just a kind of a note like, is the call went good, feeling bad, neutral, and so on. But it doesn't go too far in terms of what is the analytic behind that. Like, is churn going to happen, credit requests, or frustrated customer, and so on. So I think it cannot be very comparable. And again, each call that you receive on VoIP.ms transcription and sentiment, it's a notification in your email. So yes, you could treat it yourself, but it would be pretty complicated. So and it's just a summary, like I said. QueSee is providing insights on top of that. It's really more insightful. Um, the other question was, sorry, yes, it was mentioned, but no problem. QueSee's service is charged, so it charged per user, basically,
Yes, per agent.
per agent. Yeah, not per user, but per agent. You can have a lot of user looking at the data, but you will be billed uh, only on the number of agent using the service.
Yes, like people answering phone calls, like your sales agent, maybe your customer support manager. If you want to analyze their calls, then it will be a paid license for this. But you can always add new licenses, so we're super flexible in this. And I wanted to do transcripts. Like we're also using like I'm personal because I have my number connected to VoIP.ms. I'm getting this transcripts after phone calls, and because we don't keep the transcript, we provide you with insights and summaries and notes in the format you want. You can specify this always, add new flags you want to track, and etc. So you can use it as an addition to VoIP.ms transcripts. So you don't have to select one or another. You can use both. You can always have full transcripts, and you can have business intelligence and data intelligence on QC.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a good idea. Actually, you're getting making a good point. If you want to keep the transcript in a folder somewhere, so if there's a need to go read the transcript later, you will have access to it, and it will be provided by VoIP.ms, and the insights will be provided by QueSee. Um, so, and we can store the call recording, and we will store the call recording for you to make QueSee work. And you can get access to the transcript as well on top of that. So yeah, I think it could be a good mix of use. We are the stored, and QueSee is analyzing. Um, So charge per person, actual, yeah, you're just on KC side, you're getting billed by the person who's making the calls, not the one who's analyzing the
Yes.
trends. We use a single DID for call. Yeah, so that will your inbound DID will capture the inbound call recording, and all the agent that you have will be connected through a sub account, for instance, in VoIP.ms, and you will they will all the sub accounts will capture the recording for outbound calls. Or yeah, that's pretty much it, Flo. Any other question? We are pretty much at the end of the presentation, so maybe you can show the QR code one last time before
Yes.
it's done.
Yes, let me share the QR code. Yes. So to start, right, sign up and get your VoIP.ms account set up. You'll get $10 credits. You can start using it right away, and also after this, just submit this form, get your 14 days pilot with QC. We'll have a dedicated account manager helping you to set up your account. And yeah, I promise, like not after 14 days, even earlier, you'll start seeing results. And that's the beauty of AI now, and about the right application. When you have intelligence and it works for you, it not creates extra work for you. It just simplifies your job. You can focus on what's important. You can understand what's happening at every moment of time. You can outgrow your competitors for sure.
Thanks, Andrew. So one last question. Is this webinar will be available later? So yes, you will get the link to see the recording. So feel free to share with your VP um, when you want. And feel free to schedule a meeting either with me or Andrew or the KC team to start using our service and try it out. Feel free. If you have any question, you can reach out to me for VoIP.ms, and you can reach out to Casey, and they will find the right people, or Andrew will get in touch with you if you have any question. Any last word, Andrew?
No, just excited to partner with VoIP.ms and be able to provide the service to businesses worldwide. So yeah,
Great.
let's do it together. Let's outgrow your competitors and build AI first business together.
Great. Thanks for joining me today, Andrew, and we'll catch up on the next show on the road.
Yes. See you soon. Thanks,
See you
Philip.
soon. Bye.